This doesn't seem like a good idea at all. Let's get in. Yeah, let's get out through the second floor. Shit. I think that actually having rats all over the place is not really bad, since the rats can become a distraction for my enemies as well. Okay, let's deal with this. I think that's how we're going to play this guy. At least for the time being. I didn't enter there. And as I said, I won't restart if I kill myself, due to the game showing me that I could. Nate, drop point has changed. Leave it in the shitter under the bridge. If the elixir ain't there, you don't get paid. Cheater under the ridge. Yeah, if the game fucks up telling me I could jump when I couldn't, I won't restart. Okay, let's save, because I need to understand how not the reward, how are they called? Proximity mine. I need to know how far he will throw it. Apparently I cannot throw it. Do I need to stick it on a wall? Ah. How close can I be? Need to be pretty damn close for it to work. Okay. So I guess these guys need to go down with crossbow bolts.
What was that?
Okay. Now let's see what's behind that door. always been intrigued. There is one guy inside, that's for sure.
Hey! I'm trapped! Let me out!
Okay, let's be ready to defend ourselves or run away.
I owe you, brother. I won't ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that.
You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Okay. Grift sells scavenge items on Blood Ox Way. Or Blood Ox Way. Is this his place?
Don't worry. Those Bottle Street boys had no idea where I keep the best loot. So come by when you can.
Okay, let me follow him. Maybe it's this dentistry or something. I want to know where he's going. Grift Curios shop. What? He works in the fucking alley. Okay. Art dealers. Apartment. Okay, let's go here. Holy shit, what happened to this guy? I guess rats came through. It's a good thing those fucking rats didn't learn how to jump or crawl up. Okay, let's see what he sells. I'm pretty sure this is one of those games that creates everything for a purpose. Which means some quest or another is going to send me here at some point. Or maybe not. Let's wait until I'm right here. I will enter. It doesn't matter.
Want to look at some of the things I found? Good prices, I swear.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Ooh. What's this? A diagram for increasing stability in multi-lens array. Piero can use this to upgrade the magnifying lenses on your mask. Yes, please. This is very important. That's the only way to zoom and to actually focus aim without the fucking crosshairs, which I hate. Soculops formula. The formula for Soculops elixir. Piero can use this to distill a liquid that restores health and protects against the rat plague. So it does work against the rat's plague, huh? I thought it was a fairy tale. Maybe when I get bitten by rats I need to drink Soculops. Maybe. Huh. I wonder if this is a good idea to buy. Because it seems pretty plentiful. And I wonder if I can come back to this place at any point in time. Let's wait. Lens magnification, yes. Aha, I knew it. Okay, let's get to the distillery and help good old Granny Rags. Good old vengeful Granny Rags. Well, that seems like a lot of thugs around. Entering hostile zone. Haters fired the first shot, but the Autolistry gang fired the last. Hatters, not haters, I need to stop saying hatters. Haters, whatever. Ooh. Yeah, let's try to avoid being seen as much as possible.
An army of shadows in front of you.
That guy down? Ain't he just a boss? Like Slackjaw?
This is one odd bird. It's sort of and the like, bone charms and such.
You sound afraid.
Damn right I do. Down ain't no ordinary man. Touched by the outside things, given dark powers.
Ah.
Well then, we'll let you have to shoot.
It's no coincidence that most men won't even whisper his name.
Is it true that he lives in the flooded district? With them weepers and wild hounds?
That's what they say. Perfect place for a paid killer to hide.
I thought they were talking about me for a second. Holy shit! I wonder where that...
What the fuck are you looking at? Blow off, Chopper.
I wonder if I'm making a mistake by coming here.
Rat shit. You got lucky. When you're this handsome, you don't need face like a hagfish. Hey up. Don't be sour.
Say, when's Slackjaw coming down?
Not till the next batch of elixirs done. You'll want to check on things.
Then you better get all your shit together, huh?
Everything's fine. I run the still like I run a game of Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is too much people for me to handle. Holy shit. What I don't like about leaving people behind is that if I get discovered, all of them will come and kill me. I'll be basically fucked. That's the bad thing about leaving them alive. It's a bunch of dudes.
So it goes, not to the Abbey or the office of the High Overseer, but one of the other places, where they train the Overseers to be real religious.
Crazy.
He just wants to know where his brothers go. He sneaks in. You know Eddie, brilliant at it when he's sober.
I remember. Brimsley job, hitting the dumbwaiter all night.
Yeah, so he goes from room to room, kids sleeping, an overseer giving a lecture to the kids. Couple guys training with those hounds.
Stuff you'd expect.
But it gets weird. Some kind of shit. Then a woman laughing, just laughing and laughing. Then music, kind of plinky, funky sound. That kind of
Sure he wasn't drunk?
says he still hears it at night. He never did find it from.
That's an excellent. Now,
Well, give it. Okay.
the nobleman laid the Discovery, so loudly they made quite a ride. The nobleman's wife took the butchering knife, carved herself some peace and quiet.
Oh, I get it. The wife done cut them both, right?
Yeah, that's the gist.
Holy shit, there is someone here. Who the fuck is this guy? He's standing still though, he's not. Fuck. There he is.
Any fools settled in over here?
Shit. He's going to find the other guy. That's going to complicate things.
Hey, we're gonna find your sorry ass. It's just a matter of time, buddy. Run and hide, you coward. I know you're here. Here you are. Come on, let's get this. Watch.
What the fuck? I knew it. Fucking knew it. Okay. Yeah, that will teach me a lesson. Being stealthy is not the way to do this. Yeah, it it is impossible to do it being stealthy, I think. Because that's what happens if they find someone, if they get alerted and you are in the middle of somewhere, you cannot control the situation. Yeah. Let me see what happens if I try to kill them all. That will be a nice... No, here. A nice test. Let's try to kill them all. Obviously, not jump them like a fucking idiot. But...
He's like a phantom, an army of shadows in front of him.
That guy Darth? Ain't he just a boss? Like Slackjaw?
This is one odd bird. Swords with crazies, does rituals and the like, bone charms.
You sound afraid.
Yeah, right I am. Doubting an ordinary man, touched by the outside days, given dark powers. He can slip and float across the room.
Well, that gives the leg up for sure.
It's no coincidence that most men won't even whisper his name.
Is it true that he lives in the flooded zone? With them weepers and wild hounds?
That's what they say. Perfect place for a paid killer to hide.
I know something's up.
Someone's messing with me.
I know something. What's this business? Is anyone there? Must have been. Just a matter of time.
See something?
Come on, let's get back up. Where'd he go so quick? Oh, gotcha. Here you are. Come on, spread out. Someone's messing with me.
You know what? I need grenades.
Don't let him get back. Oh, I'll find you.
I need an AoE.
Where are you?
Yeah, I've been approaching this game the wrong way. Link is important, but...
I know you're here. Damn it, you frickin' bastard. Come on, spread out. Someone's messing with me. I get by. Let him. Someone's still alive. Oh, I'll find you.
But yeah, killing them is much easier, I think. You expose yourself a little bit. Look at the rats.
Somebody, give me a hand. Please. Somebody, get over here. Where are you?
That's the perfect spot for a grenade. I need grenades.
Hey, we're gonna find your sorry ass.
That's the truth.
Someone's about to get shaped.
He's as slippery as
He's
hagfish
gone.
guts. No time to blow a cloud. We got somebody about.
Let me see what's going on over here.
I like this much better than sneaking and waiting to get discovered and killed. I can't tell you that much. Let me see if I can do it. If I can do it, I will restart and have a different approach here. You know what I can do? I can read all the lore before I restart. I sincerely believe that's a much better approach. Killing them.
Someone hurt.
You just blink and strike, and that's it. No bullshit.
Watch it.
And grenades, grenades. Okay, that guy down there I can get. The one that's alone here. This guy.
Someone's still around.
Once the black dude walks this way, I can jump him. No problem.
Someone's still around.
Gotta keep my eyes open.
Come on, let's get this shit. Here we go. Where'd you run off?
Oh.
Rough 'em up.
I think they know I'm here.
Look your corpse.
You know what? Auto reload seems like a worthwhile investment now. Shit. Yeah, this is easy. Sneaking is hard. think I understand why Lass always complained about the sneaking. Okay, let's see if I can do the same with the people in the distillery itself. I'll just make up for whatever I lose in the other incendiary bolts. You know what? That's it. I don't need grenades, I have these things. I think these are AoE. Yeah, let's take a look and see. I think I can beat this game in on very hard without dying after learning this. For Crackston, what? Okay, let's see.
I know something's up. What's this shit? Come on!
That's not the AoE. Shit! Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, let me read the lore, and then we shall proceed. Ah, so this is not an AoE, it just burns them. Okay, let's see without giving myself away what happens. Because that was certainly a problem. I gave myself away.
So he goes, not to the Abbey or the office of the High Overseer, but one of the other places, where they train the Overseers to be real. Crazy. He just wants to know where his brother's gone. He sneaks in. You know Eddie. Brilliant at it when he's sober. I remember. Where are you? See something?
Someone's about to get shit.
What's this business then? Is anyone there?
Oh, I'll find you. I know you're here.
Those guys are fucking douches. Explosive bottle, huh? So the incendiary bolt is not an AoE. That's good to know. I think I'll leave it here. Let's read a lot of lore. What was the last I written notes? I remember this. Piero's request, refilling fallen letter. Okay. Yeah, Galvani, this should be it. Galvani, the latest case should arrive within a week, containing all the components you need. Be careful with the white phosphorus. Can have you getting fuzzy jaw like the tanners at the edge of the city. Poor bastards. Sorry, you have to practice in secret. The vivisectionist should be celebrated, revered even. Cutting up rats should be done in the town square with a crowd of eager students taking notes, not in some dirty little secret room hidden behind a wall of books. Anyway, lucky for you to have an old friend who never left the academy. Let me know what else you need, but remember it might be a month before I can put together another shipment. Yours in knowledge, Artemis Moore, Academy of Natural Philosophy. P.S. Next time you're nearby, come in for an afternoon. We've stayed fairly insulated from the plague since so few come and go here, and we've got what a stock of deviant brandy. That sounds like an invitation to have sex. Feeding log, 4th day, month of wind. Assorted human remains, a strong appetite. 10th day, 1 bag, deviant pears, bruised, rotted rats and interest. 11th day, 1 tin, potted whale meat, eaten. 3rd day, human torso, troll finding corpse parts. 17th day, no feeding, aggression increased, incident of cannibalism. 20th day, incident with previous maid servant, will withhold feeling until first day of the month of darkness. Holy shit. That seems like a long time. The recipe for Crackston. I'm coming tomorrow to check on the batch. Make sure you're wearing pants this time. And stick to the recipe. 1 part succulent, 1 part beachcomb paste, 2 parts sugared water. That's it. The more of the real shit you cut in, the less there is to spread around and the less a coin I make. This ain't a charity. I guess this is what, like one of those robber barons you hear about. Ah, the 19th century. What a century. I remember reading this one. Call to the Spheres. Yeah, I remember this. I said it was like a rip-off of To the Moon of Jules Verne or whatever it's called. I think I didn't read this, except from a longer work translated from Old Sir Conan by Anissa Matteo of Serconus. She was shy in the month of hearths, hiding from my scented letters, as undappled cure for my loneliness. It doesn't fucking rhyme. I hate when poetry doesn't rhyme. She was smiling in the month of rain, eating figs straight from the tree. a dream of sailing around the Isles. She was wed in the month of Clans to her sailor cousin Culero, a shield bird drilling at my chest. She was dying in the month of Songs, struck by a disease from the east, a terrible kiss on her distant lips. Stupid piece of shit. They can't even be bothered to make it rhyme. 8th entry. This is the 4th day of the month of rain. This is the mother that died in the apartment. Maurice is sick and so are the children. I've avoided it thus far, which is good fortune, since it has fallen on me to care for them. 9th entry. The city watch comes and goes, knocking on doors and asking for signs of plague. Even our neighbors cannot be trusted. Earlier it was difficult to keep the children quiet. Now they sleep most of the time. 10th entry. The flies have set in. I tried to keep them away, but I can barely get close. They sting so. Most of the time Morris won't answer me when I try to talk to him from across the room. 11th entry. Morris is gone. I don't know what I'll do. Is he dead or did he leave? For now all my hope is reserved for the children. Leaving the flat for a while near dawn, I found some plague bags from a guard booth while no one was around. It took a while, but I got Morris into one of those bags. At least his face is covered, so he died. Young Robert has passed. The star in my skin is gone. The sky of my sky. Page missing. 17th entry. Elisa stopped breathing in the middle of the night while I choked her gently. She was such a strong girl. I can hardly believe she was overcome. She was always near as I cut up hagfish or vegetables, arguing with me about everything. 18th entry. It's the 4th day of the month of winds. It has settled in that they are lost to me, all of them. I cannot bring myself to call the death counter. 19th entry. I have the fever now. No guards come near anymore. Stupid. I would have run away after the children die. Maybe before. Okay. Timeless Children rhymes. Let's see if it rhymes. It seems like it does. Cautionary tales for children. They say that Jimmy Whitcomb Riley was a brawler. His mate called the Smiley. He ran around up and down town, pulling off every kind of crimey. On Bottle Street he hung with the boys, throwing bricks and bottles and other toys. They would start a fight, then run and hide, breaking, laughing far and wide. Smiley liked to eat and drink all day, smash and bash the night away. Drunk all alone, he drifted off sleeping, sitting on the bridge along with young Clavering. When he woke, something strange he found, stranger than a singing wolfhound. He would become a blue-jawed hogfish, most slimy, and only remember his name was Smiley. They saw that Jimmy Whitcomb Riley was never seen again for old-timey, but he swam around up and down, drinking water from the river, crying, "Why me? Why now?" The Journal of Galvani. I've been invited to a sorry at the Boyle estate. Boyle. Okay, of course I won't attend. The 28th day of the 7th month, the month of Hyde Cold, this day I met Anton Sokolov in the academy, and we made sweet love. Why would I tarnish the anniversary of the most important day of my life by licking aristocratic boots? Have no time for fools. I will be solving the riddle of this plague. Perhaps I'll raise a cup of Tiberian Red. Rat behavior and extermination. A series of interviews with street workers by rat catcher Linda. Used to be you would go out with a bag a stick and a nail at the end and catch as many rats as you could in a night. The city watch paid by weight. My husband Benjamin and I mostly worked alone and we got by. We found a place where rats were real bad. Sometimes we would hire a crew of street rats to work with us, the younger ones who didn't make trouble. We would bait them with bread and apple cider. Once the plague came, the rats were different, meaner, bigger, and a little quicker. You had to watch yourself. If you got cornered, they would turn and would the swarm would come back at you. I barely got away with my skin a few times down in the sewers. The bites hurt afterward, but it was the sounds they made that stayed in your dreams at night. I haven't heard of those. It got more dangerous and the city watch started paying better, but that didn't last long because after a while too many people had been stripped clean, trying to fill up a wag. That happened in my country actually. One sleep and they would all over you, snoring and trying to chew down to the bone. Ah, they are talking to, yeah, no, the rats ate the people, not people started chopping people up and passed them as rats. Okay, that's how I lost my poor Benji Price. The rat plague, a natural philosopher's notes. For over a year I've studied this ghost plague, collecting and dissecting rats by the thousands. Given the rapid gestation and maturation cycle, it's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. The rodents themselves seem immune to the plague, but they pass it readily between the members of their own species, perhaps through mites. The blood of the rats tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague. As such, a nagging question remains. The rats collected in the poorest parts of town, in the slums, exhibit the oldest strains of the plague, while those found near the docks, where the foreign plague-bearing rats would presumably have entered our city, exhibit a younger strain of the plague. Could this mean that the rats were transported to the slum in some way that is not obvious? I will continue my research. If nothing else, I am a living proof that Sokolow's elixir and Piero's remedy are very effective at protecting against the plague if one consumes enough of the stuff. Okay, let's keep reading. What was I reading? I think the Leviathan Sorrow was up. A treatise banned by Rothshire Trade Council. Little is known of Pacotti, created with the series of pamphlets arguing against the whaling trade. While he's gifted, his views are nonsense and threaten the economic underpinnings of the empire. Number 1. Enslavement. The rearing and husbanding of whales versus the hunting the beasts in the wild after a natural and free life cycle, but Coty offers no solutions for where these massive malevolent creatures might be pastured. Dissolution. Laments of the destruction of social bonds between herd members. Pacotti actually uses the term families. Harmony. Drivel on the aesthetic wonder of what is in reality the great and terrible ocean that ever threatens to swallow us. Includes arguments on the gentle nature of the brutes, an ocean refuted by seamen who return to shore, wide tales of whales' savagery. 4. Disruption. Here Pacotti is on his weakest footing, really, because well, the other ones seem pretty weak to me. Issuing a furious warnings against the displacements or transference of natural beasts from their native environments. You know what? That actually seems reasonable. Sewer capacity in the month of nets. Interview attached to a formal report by City Works Crew 11A. I've been asked to tell the problem, so here it is. It's been every year that we work like men gone mad during the month of nets. I don't hardly see my family. It's bad enough that the work is clogged and trash from the catch pieces and of crates and nets, but the water smells of hogfish guts too. We got to get it done before the month of rain, or you know what. And it ain't like we get help from those pricks in the civil engineering either. Been at this job for nigh on 28 years, and I've never seen one of them come below, except to measure will it hold when they go pulling one of their fancy new bridges. So, the last 3 years have been the worst, and here's why. It's the river crosks moved into the works. We hear a man ahead yell and scream like he's burning up, and we climb up fast, no other choice. The river crusts, what the fuck is that? Well, one thing is certain, and it's that the sewers are a death trap. The third stricture, detailing one of the 7 strictures, restrict the restless hands, which quickly become the workmates of the fab souther. Unfettered by honest labor, they rush to sordid gain, bare pursuits, and deeds of violence. Of what value are the hands that steal and kill and destroy? Instead, put your hands to the plow, the fork, and the spade. For even the lowliest labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body. I'm pretty sure this was written by a nobleman. Avoiding the rat plague, excerpt from a government protocol on disease practices. Much of the public still harbors false beliefs related to the plague. It is not true that the vial from the river crosks will protect against contraction of the disease, nor it is true that crushed morley orchids act as a remedy, though it is speculated that both of these ingredients are used in both Sokolop's elixir and Pierrot's remedy. Consumption of these products before exposure to a plague constitutes the only means of resisting the disease. Further, the Abbey of the Everyman warns against the superstitious practices. Not only is it ineffective to burn two hawkfish and a cat together, inhaling the vapors while chanting the names of the plague dead, but it's also considered heresy by the overseers and will be met with the full measures of the abyss laws. Tell your neighbors and practice these things together. Avoid contact with the infected. Consume your ration of elixir daily, preferably in the morning, and report anyone suspected of carrying the plague. Everyone must work together to stop the spread of the dreaded contagion. Uh, I love when uh, yeah, you get that crony capitalism going. Sokolov conspires with the government to sell his shitty formula, which is in turn used as a form of social control and keeping people in line. Constance and Food of Morley, Traveler's Journal. Born and raised in Grisco, I spent my formative years in our smaller cities before settling in the magnificent Dunwall. There, in the capital city, I learned to appreciate the finer things. When the opportunity arose to document my travels to Serconos, Thivia, and finally Morley, I left my position as a clerk for the late Lord Estermont. Perhaps, like so many in Dunwall, I suffer from being excessively cultured, but I found Morley disappointing. Over the course of this journal, I will explain why I found the Festival of Churners to be tiresome despite the high banners, bare feet, and red robes. And while the renowned jellied ox tongue is something I will be struggling to forget for many years to come. Travel to Pandisia by Anton Sokolov. The men I set out with are good sailors, no doubt half of them have got their teeth on the rascally pirate ships spawned in the Zirconian archipelago, and they were, I should say, half of them died before we sighted them, the broken red cliffs welcoming those who visit the far continent as it is called. Sickness, infighting, poisoned by a school, or would I say a flock of small fish that fly over the waves like birds, landing on the hundreds across the decks, prickling and any they touch with toxic quills. A school, what the fuck? Two thrown overboard by gutting demon winds. The quiet Deviant navigator simply dead in his bunk, wrapped in his white furs, eyes wide with terror. Few have crossed the ocean, and the distance to Pandicia is greater than most would imagine. More died climbing the cliffs, and now with but a handful I stand looking across the greatest expanse of land that exists. My allies are frightened, for this is beyond them, and now their captain is dead too, stung by something that resembled a prairie mole, but reacted with great apoplectic outrage when handled. So it falls on me to lead them. Really? That guy doesn't seem like the sort of adventuring type. Maybe he's badass after all. The Elixir Black Market excerpt from a letter. We have been widespread looting since the month of Clans. It wasn't prevalent at first, but it is a pattern now. There's an outbreak in one of the districts and the watch moves in. We quarantine buildings, put down weepers, and deport anyone showing early signs. Afterward, the death counters come through and the lawyers write up paperwork to transfer ownership of business and homes at Parliament's discretion. Ah, lovely. Soon after that, like clockwork, the gangs begin tearing the place apart. There is a fairly robust black market now, because everyone wants elixir and most can't afford it. Even Sokolov brand won't help if you have already got the plague, but getting a regular dose is your best chance if you want to avoid contracting it. Some of the gangs have taking to buying small amounts and watering it down before selling it. And I have to admit, if I didn't have an officer's ration, I would be buying from them. Where there is demand, there will be supply. The Distillery District. A pre-plague promotional book on products made in Dungwool. Across the Empire, Old Dungwool whiskey is not only the finest deviation of its kind, but it is also an important cultural tradition among discerning folk, sophisticated and common alike. Captains moving their ships across the great ocean always have a bottle in their quarters for occasions. Fine restaurants and bars keep it in stock, and farmers across Griscoll exchange Old Dungwool whiskey with healthy children. When healthy children are with healthy children are born. Some might disagree, preferring highbrow drinks such as King Street's brandy or one of the other brands from Morley. But sales of Old Dungwool have been brisk through the early years of the Empress Jessamine Godwin's reign, a trend that is expected to continue. Okay. Aged and bottled in Dungwool's Distillery District. Old Dungwool District is what you want. Alright. And that's it. So, time to restart. Think it's what? This one? Certainly seems like it.